Oops. Now I'm talking. Oops. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Welcome to another live stream. The Switch turns 2 years old. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a noob. I don't stream anymore. Just kind of wanted to talk about the Switch turning 2 and how I feel about it so far. It's McDonald's cup. Dude, nice to see you here in another live stream. Bank, what's up, man? IX Zabi, is that how you spell it? What's up, dude? Just missed first. Yeah, so the Switch turns 2 years old, and I actually talked about this topic on P&P earlier today. That'll be out Tuesday with a very special announcement. But we talked about how the Switch has performed so far and how it's kind of compared to other consoles. So actually, one of the topics this week on P&P was, is the Nintendo Switch the best Nintendo console ever? So that's it was a pretty good conversation. JB, what's up, man? What up? But yeah, 2 years is crazy. So far, I've been pretty satisfied with the Switch, but there's a lot that, I don't know, it could be better. Let's just say that. Like, I like the indie games. Indie games are good. The first party titles, I feel like that's kind of where it's like the weakest, because we've gotten a lot of ports from the Wii U, but like original Switch first party games, it's been kind of hit and miss, I guess. But kind of want to know what you guys think. I mean, 2 years in, dude. Most of you, I'm pretty sure all of you have had a Switch since launch. Nothing much. I'm going to mute you for a sec because I'm adding a beat to a song. I feel you, man. I need some more tracks. If you guys watched any of the Halloween videos or, I don't know, JB did a dope Star Fox remix, so that was pretty cool. I had a Switch in March 2017. Yeah, dude. OGs. Yeah, Dave is here. Dave is playing Monopoly on the Switch. So if you have me added as a friend, you see me playing Monopoly, that's Dave right now. But, oh my god. I wish I could stream games. So the reason I'm not streaming games anymore is because just my internet is so bad. And I hate, like, going into a stream and then it being choppy and crashes. Like, my computer can handle this, like just chatting, but it was chill. So yeah, the conversation that we had mostly on P&P was someone on Twitter said that the Switch is like their favorite Nintendo console ever, and this person in particular has been like, he's older, so like he's played pretty much every single Nintendo console, and to say that bold of a statement, just like, I don't know, man, that's pretty bold. Tyler says, I got to Switch a little after launch, but I'm glad I started playing Nintendo again. The reason I started playing again, because I found my old copy of Twilight Princess. Dude, that's such a good game. Did you play that? Did you play the HD version on the Wii U? That version looks so good. Wind Waker looks so good. I'm hoping those come over to the Switch. But yeah, those are so good. But yeah, overall, I mean, I like... The Switch is probably like the console that I've played the most of in recent years. Like, I had a Wii U. I played a lot of Wii U. But, I don't know. Maybe it was the gamepad or maybe it was the games. I just didn't play as much as I do on the Switch. I think it's maybe the portable thing, too. Started with the Wii and got the Wii U. Yeah, dude. It's so good. Like, Wind Waker HD is like the best thing ever. It looks so good on the Wii U. But yeah, so we were also talking about how comparing the Wii U and the Switch, we felt, spoiler alert, we felt like the Wii U is better at this point. Just because the amount of original titles, the fact that it's had an extra 2 years over the Switch. I think the Switch is my most played console and the PS3 is second most. Yeah, I missed out on the PS3. So I had a PS1, I had a PS2, missed PS3, and now I have a PS4. But there is a rumor that the next PlayStation console is going to be entirely backwards compatible. So any PlayStation disc ever. Yeah. I wish that's the only thing about Nintendo is that now, of course, we have carts, so we can't play, you know, the past systems. But then that's when you bring on Virtual Console, and there you go. That's kind of that's still, I think, a glaring weakness for the Switch, and the whole case of the Switch being the best console of all time. That's definitely something that's holding it back. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone wants to play GameCube, N64, like. We can already play NES, but like Super Nintendo games on the go, it's just like, it's cool. And there's a lot of potential for like Game Boy Advance games and DS games. There's a game, Faerun Collection, which it's actually getting a physical from Super Rare Games, and it's a port. It's a mobile port, but it's also the port from the 3DS. And what they do is they put it all on the screen, so even the touch elements are on the screen as well. So, you know, I was kind of, you know, disregarding like 3DS ports, but if they do it like that, I mean, technically the whole, you know, the whole screen's touch. So we can do 3DS games too, DS games. Like, this could be good. The Virtual Console could be good, just because the Switch does things that like other consoles can't. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm enjoying it. But some of the first party games are on the weaker side. Like, I think Mario Party is a really weak iteration of the Mario Party. I have fun with it, but there's just like, there's not enough content there. Mario Tennis Aces is a good Mario sports game, but it's not at the level of like some of the GameCube titles and stuff like that. The Zelda game obviously is like fantastic, but then like, is it really a Switch game? I mean, I'll always think of it as a Switch game because it launched with the Switch. NintenTalk. Robert, what's up, man? Hey, brother, it's been a great 2 years for me. I've always played Nintendo consoles, but this Switch has me enjoying games to the max for the first time since GameCube. Great to see you. Great to see you, man. It's been a while. JD, speaking of that, what's up, man? Trader Talk. Little over a year. I mean, the thing about the Switch is that it's so fun to collect for because this new wave of like physical collecting. I think that we even get surprised when we see like manuals inside of games now. It's really depressing. But yeah, I've really gotten into the physical indie scene. I'm not so much like the limited run, like, you know, we'll go like right when the games come out just to get the collector's editions and stuff like that. I just can't live like that. Like, and they usually go up at weird times too. But I've been getting the ones that are on at Best Buy exclusive ones, which they're in pretty high like supply right now. Like, if you want them, you can get them. I think they're going to be really rare though at some point. I love the smaller cases. Dude, I love the books. I love the little books inside. And then you have like companies like Nicalis or Nicholas, I don't know how you say it. But like they add little trinkets in there. Like there's little keychains and little books. So like that's the thing like I live for, man. Those are so cool. I bought Minecraft for the Switch so my sister can grow up with it like I did. Though I played more Destiny than Minecraft. That's cool, man. I think Minecraft, like, I almost got it on the Wii U just because it's so perfect. Like, that's one thing I do miss from the Wii U is having, like, the screen in front of you. If you ever played, like, a first-person shooter game on the Wii U, or even, like, Wind Waker, just, like, item management and map management, it was just it was such a high point for, like, that console, and I miss that. I miss that a lot. Even just seeing the map, like, while you're walking, instead of pausing it, just keeps you, like, further in the game. If I see them in store, I will buy it. If it's one of those where you have to buy online at a certain time, I will miss it. Yeah. I mean, in like limited run, and I used a company. It's a newer company that it's called Strictly Limited. I ordered a game in October, and still have not got it yet. Like that's nuts. So like Super Rare Games, what they do is they get the shipments in and then they put it up for pre-sale. So like when you order them, they'll come like as a normal package, like it's already released, which is the way they should do it. But limited run creates all this hype, and then, you know, you're just left waiting. Like, I don't even know when I'm going to get Celeste. I got Celeste and I got Windjammers was the 2 limited run games that I've actually got from them. And then strictly limited, I got Fox and Forest, and I got Velocity. So those 2, I don't know when those will come. But Tyler says, I remember getting the exclusive Japanese Joy-Cons for Splatoon because I lived in Japan. Oh, dude, that's dope. Yeah, so pretty much like, what is it over there? It's like the colors are switched, so the green's on the left. Blood Craver, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome. We're just talking about the Switch. 2 years old. But yeah, I mean, the games overall, like, I'm talking Nintendo games. They've been okay. I mean, it's pretty much hit and miss. Like, for me, I enjoyed ARMS, but there was a large, you know, group of people that didn't love it. So Kirby, I'm starting to lean more towards like the negative part of it. It's like, it's a good Kirby game, but it's like so easy. And I understand like these are geared towards kids, but I don't know. They have to know that their age range is older than what they put out there. Portal Knight. Yeah, I actually saw that at GameStop, but I've never, like, is it kind of like a Minecraft-y thing? I love the Switch, but when I see the graphics of games like City Skylines and Dead by Daylight, yeah, you see the graphical issues. That's actually, like, interesting that you brought that up, because, like, third-party Switch games, if they're available on other consoles, first of all, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be cheaper. The graphics are going to be better. It's just, like, I've kind of changed my tone towards third-party games. Like, I want to support the Switch, but as a consumer, why am I going to buy a version that's less superior? Like, just to support developers? I don't know. It's just, it's a weird conflict. But I usually buy, like, third-party games for PS4. Indie games, though, strictly Nintendo, because, like, you can play them, you know, portably. For the most part, they run well. Like, I know that Rime has a little bit of issues. Oh, it's like Dragon Quest Builders. Okay. Those kind of games are dangerous, dude. Like, I have Dragon Quest Builders, and when I first got it, I literally played it for like 10 hours straight. Like, that whole day is gone. And then the second one's coming out May? I think it's May. It's like the Switch is perfect for indie games, older AAA games. They are relaunching in all Nintendo games, but that's it. See, that's kind of interesting, because I feel like from what we've seen, even of like older games, I mean, Skyrim runs well, Doom runs well. Like, I think the ones that Panic Button has done run really well. But then you have games like the Assassin's Creed 3 remake that looks choppy as hell, but on the Wii U it ran perfectly. So I don't know if it's just like, if this console is like really hard to port to, because it seems like the ports on the Wii U run, I think, better. I don't know. There's more to do. There's more to do in Portal Knights? I mean, I've always been interested. Dude, yeah, I think it's like May or June. Dragon Quest Builders. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That might be a porting issue. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, the Wii U, the ports on it, if you guys, you know, have had a Wii U or have a Wii U, I feel like the ports run like smoothly. I've never had frame rate issues. I don't think. I mean, loading times might be longer. Resolution's obviously lower than like the Xbox One or something like that. But as far as I feel like performance of ports in just games in general are getting worse. I don't know what it is. I looked it up on my Switch and it has kind of art style she likes, so I'll ask her about it. I mean, dude, I've seen a physical of Portal Knights. I've always been interested in it. Those games are either really bad or like really addicting. But some games that are coming out this month, Xenon Racer. If you guys check that out, that's like a futuristic, fast, like really fast style racer. I wouldn't say like it's F-Zero, but it's like super fast, and the graphics on it look really good. It's a full. I think it's $50. I don't think it's $60. So that comes out towards the end of March. Also Yoshi, of course, which I'm really, really hyped up. There's a game called Beat Cop where it's like, I don't know, it's kind of funny, but you like, it's kind of an item management, situational management type game I'm probably going to get. Yeah, it does kind of look like a mix between like Minecraft and Zelda, but it's like those games look so kiddie and so like trashy almost that you never know if it's actually good or not. You have to like wait for people to actually play it. Yeah, exactly. Like, Black Ops 2 ran perfect. Like, played it online all the time. Never had an issue. Watch Dogs played fine. Assassin's Creed played fine. Yeah, in terms of third party games for the Wii U, I feel like all the games performed well. Some of them I think had like some issues that were stripped back, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, besides that, the first time I experienced like games having performance issues was definitely on the Switch. But I mean, I'm not trashing the Switch. It's just a weird like it's a weird coincidence. I'm gonna go for a little. Yeah, man. I don't know how long I'll be streaming, but we've been streaming for 20 minutes so far. I'm just curious to hear your guys' thoughts on it, because this week we talked about like how the Switch ranks so far, and I feel like 2 years is a pretty good, pretty good chunk of time to kind of, evaluate something like this. But I just don't think it has enough going for it yet. Like we talked about, like what 3 to 5 games would you recommend someone, if they were going to buy a Switch? And it's kind of hard, like first party, Switch exclusive, no ports, no nothing. Like, to think of 3 to 5 games, it's kind of difficult. The Wii U was a good system. I don't know why people hated it. I mean, I don't know if people hated it. I feel like everyone loves it now because it's like everyone's rooting for that console. I didn't hate it. I just thought that, I mean, once the third-party support left the Wii U, it was over. But the first-party games, I mean, you're seeing the after effect from it. Like they're all getting ported to the Switch, so obviously they were good. Portal Knights has Zelda combat, like Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I mean, I've never played it. Just Dance. That is the reason why you buy a Nintendo Switch, for Just Dance. Did you know that, Dave? That Just Dance stream.
What are you, 12?
That'd be an awkward little stream to watch. I've never had a Switch game and said, man, this game runs like shit. Well, I mean, I've said that about Fortnite at times. Like, I feel like when you first load in, the level doesn't load in yet. So that kind of runs a little bad. Rhyme kind of runs choppy. There's definitely some third-party games. Like, JB, we're talking about third-party games, how they oddly ran better on the Wii U, and the Switch generation has some like hit-and-miss ports. But I mean, it's not always performance-wise. It's visual-wise too. Like there's a lot of like, the most common thing is games running at 30 FPS. Meanwhile, like all the other versions are at 60 FPS. But I mean, the main thing for me, and to some people it might not be a big deal, but a lot of these ports that are coming over, they've already been out on other consoles. So most of the time they're like so much cheaper. Like when they first come out on the Switch, they're probably like $60. Meanwhile, like they're like 10, 15, maybe $20 on other consoles. So it's like, it's difficult to justify that. Cause like, do you put performance and price over the ability to play it handheld? I don't know. And it's like, I don't really play certain games handheld. Like Breath of the Wild, I can't really play handheld because I feel like I'm not seeing the full like game. Like something like Skyrim, I'm not going to play handheld. The Switch would be cooler if they made retro games and cartridges like Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, like re-release old games? I mean, Link's Awakening, that was a really cool announcement. I really like that. But I don't know. I just think that Virtual Console, I don't think it's a big deal, but I think it's really convenient because I feel like people are kind of holding on to their Wii U's or maybe their Wii's because they have Virtual Console games. But some people don't like to collect retro systems and retro carts, which I don't really blame them because sometimes they just stop working, or certain games are like super expensive. Like if you can buy Earthbound, for like $5 rather than hundreds of dollars on a cart, it just makes sense. I mean, but then there's the whole like modding community. So Fortnite def runs like crap sometimes, but I've seen some really graphical intense games on Switch run great. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a combo of people having deadlines and people just wanting to get their game out there as quickly as possible. But then you have a game like Wargroove, which like took another year to add more content and things like that. So it's not all bad. I feel like there's a lot of developers that will take the time, like Yoshi, for example. Nintendo was going to release Yoshi last year, but they didn't think it was ready yet. A lot of games get delayed. It's the games that come out too soon. Like I feel like Splatoon 2 needed to come out. But could it have had more time? Yeah, definitely. ARMS, same thing. They just didn't have anything out. So it's like, let's put out a game that's not really there and then support it as the months go on, which some people are cool about. They kind of treat it as like free DLC. But for me, it's like, damn, I'm getting a really empty game. Like, what's the advantage for... if I buy the game day one and Dave buys the game like year 2, what's the advantage for me being an early adopter? I don't know. I still need to get Wargroove. Yeah, I haven't got it yet either. I've heard just same thing. I've heard nothing but good things. It runs great. It has so many features. If you guys are Advanced War fans, like definitely get on that. But I don't know, man. There's just so many games coming out that's like, some of these games I'll just have to put on my wish list. Because I think a bad habit, which I have to stop doing too, is like, just because I see a game that's like, has a good price, but if I don't have the time, realistically, like, why am I buying this game? I feel like a lot of people, we just get the newest and, the shiniest indie game out there, but like never play it fully. It's a sickness, man. But yeah, Wargroove, I'm definitely going to check out, though, at some point. But I still have games like Hollow Knight I haven't even touched. Donut County. Like, there's so many games. I picked up Super Meat Boy, Limited Run. And I got Battle Chef Brigade, which that was another limited run game. Haven't played either one. But those are more recent, though. Just gotta delete Fortnite. I think that's the answer. Just end it. Cut the cord. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird thinking that like Zelda came out the same time when the Switch came out, and to think of it as a 2-year-old game, it's just really weird. Like I still remember. It's funny because like I ordered it off GameStop, and I sent it to Dave's house. And I literally did not get it till March 5th, like 2 days later. Everyone was playing it. Everyone was like sharing, videos, pictures and stuff. And I had to wait. And I think even on the 5th, I had work that day too. So I was like, Jesus Christ. My backlog is insane. I get far into a long game and then something new comes out. And I start that and don't beat the last one. Hollow Knight is the best indie game. Wow. Wow. Okay. I don't know what I would say the best indie game is. Just because, like, the diversity, man. Like, there's not just one genre. Like, Celeste was really good. Grease was really, really good. Fast Racing RMX. Like, so, like, Horizon Chase. Like, there's so many good games. But, yeah, Hollow Knight. I think it was just, like, I'm getting kind of sick of Metroidvanias a little bit. So that's why I kind of didn't jump into it. But there's just still so many games that I need to play. It's a little overwhelming. But yeah, definitely I think March is this is the first month where the releases are going to start to ramp up a little bit. I've been done with Fortnite. I don't want to build. I'm a shooter. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's still Call of Duty that hasn't come over. Madden, which that's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I want to play some Call of Duty, man. I feel like it'd be a good move too, because Call of Duty's kind of getting less and less popular. So you put a Call of Duty on Switch, and then you have that whole fan base right there. What do you think about Mortal Kombat 11 being on the Switch? I'm gonna get it. It's really, really gruesome. I haven't had a Mortal Kombat game in a really, really long time.
Finish him.
Do you like fighting games? Yeah. That'd be a fun one to stream. Mario Maker 2, Nintendo 64. Definitely, man. Mario Maker 2 looks so good. When that comes out, I'm going to make some video series of, like, you guys sending me levels. I can just type in your levels, play them on stream, or play them, you know, in a edited video. I think that'd be really fun. See, when Mario Maker 1 came out on the Wii U, I didn't do YouTube back then, so I just saw, like, the people that I was watching do that, and, like, subscribers would send in their levels, and it'd be like this fun, like, interactive thing. So I want to try that when it comes out. What is it, summer? But I think it'd be really fun to, like, play some of your creative levels, some of your rage levels. Like, I'm down to give some L's. JB, you don't want any of this, man. You don't want this fire. Mario Maker 2 is going to take over my life, dude. Seriously. I've been waiting for a game like that. I mean, I want to get back into Splatoon 2, but Mario Maker, I just love making, I don't know, I'm one of the weird ones who just love creating levels like that take way too long. Like, I think I made a haunted house, like, maze level in the first Mario Maker, and it took me like 5 hours. It was bad. It was bad. Mother 3 on Switch. Will it happen? There's actually some rumors. There's some rumors. Maybe our boy Doug Bowser can come through, man. I feel like you playing custom Mario Maker levels might be dangerous. Promise you won't block us. Like, Mario Maker just shows you how bad you are at Mario. I don't know. If they bring the Black Ops Zombie mode to Switch, I would buy it like a standalone. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, even if it was just like an online only type thing. I don't know. I just want a good first-person shooter. It just seems like there's none on the, like, I guess Doom and Wolfenstein, but I'm talking like multiplayer, like first-person. I'm most excited for Dragon Quest XI. Such a great series. I really hope it dies well, especially with the 16-bit graphics. Does. How awesome is that? Dude, that's really cool, man. Dragon Quest XI I've heard great things about too. Yeah, that was kind of a surprise. I mean, it's already in Japan, but to get a port over here, or like a version over here, that's really cool. I'm happy for you guys. But yeah, Dragon Quest Builders was one of my favorite announcements. Also, the added content to Captain Toad and Starlink, that was a good surprise. So definitely pumped for that. What about that new modern combat game, the FPS? Is it the one in that video I made, Rico? That looks okay, but it looks really repetitive. I also tried getting back into Payday 2 when that first came out, and I couldn't do it, man. It's still a fun game. It's just really repetitive. And it's tough, like, if you don't have, like, people online playing, it's not that great. But it does have a single-player mode. Apex on the Switch would be a dream come true. Have you played it yet? I can't do another Battle Royale. I can't do that to myself. But yeah, that looks really cool. I mean, it's kind of a shame Call of Duty has fallen so far. So far. Anything is better than Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite's the only, like, Battle Royale I play. I don't play PUBG. I don't play Apex. It's just, like, too much. It's too, it takes too much of your time. Especially if you have a backlog problem. Yeah, those kind of games are so bad. Like, for that. But yeah, I'm really excited this year. I think this year is like a defining year for the Switch. You have a lot coming out. Yoshi, I don't think it's a big release, but it's Nintendo's first big release. You have like games like Luigi's Mansion coming out and Fire Emblem, and it's just a really, like, Pokemon, Bayonetta. There's some big hitters coming out this year, so it's exciting, man. It's like the calm before the storm right now. It's a new game that came out on Switch not that long ago. Also, didn't Fortnite win multiplayer game? Yeah, it did, I think. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, dude, so that first-person shooter, that's actually a mobile game. And it's not that great. It's not that good. Have you played Super Mario Deluxe yet? Oh, the port, the U Deluxe. Yeah, I picked it up, but I traded it in. It's just like, I don't know. At the time, it was a really good release, but it really hasn't aged well. Like considering like games like Rayman and Donkey Kong, like those are far superior games. I almost wish that they ported Super Mario 3D World. But yeah, I returned it. I don't really return too many like first party games, but PS5 will be the first time since Dreamcast that I'll buy a non-Nintendo. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, some people are into the first-person shooter. For Battle Royale, it seems kind of weird, though. I feel like your scope, your view is just, like, very limited. But yeah, I haven't played Apex yet. Can't do it to myself. But it looks alright. I don't know. Fortnite, for me, is just, like, more exciting, I guess. I don't see a reason to switch. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with the PS4, Resident Evil 2, Spyro, Crash, and then Crash Team Racing comes out in the summer, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, the one thing I was kind of disappointed about was this past Direct. We had, you know, they always have like third-party game announcements and stuff like that, and really there was a lot that was missing from it. Like, I mean, games like Soul Calibur could have came out. We didn't even get anything about like A Hat in Time and stuff like that. It was really weird choices. Like Mortal Kombat's probably the one I'm most hyped about. So, bam, bam, bam. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11. What was that other one? There were some weird choices there. I played the hell out of Super Mario Bros. Wii U. There's no way I could get it again. Yeah, I mean there wasn't a ton that was added to it either. I mean I feel like there was only that one character. Oh, thank you, Rob. Yeah, guys, there's always one. There's always one. Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Switch. So I did play that. I played a little bit on PS4. I don't think it could run. I don't think it could run, man. It's a pretty impressive looking game. I mean, games like Skyrim and stuff like that give me a little bit of hope, but the direct seemed more like it was geared towards the Japan audience. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of JRPGs, a lot of RPG representation, like in general. Rune Factory, if you guys are into Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing, Rune Factory 4 and 5, those were big, like, low-key announcements. I would definitely check those games out. If you like kind of like the life simulator type games, but it's more like RPG heavy, which, I mean, I kind of like that. Yeah. I agree. There's no way it can run. I mean, but then again, I didn't think Doom could run, which kind of sucks, man. It's like Nintendo's new shiny console has trouble running some older ports. I don't know. It is worrisome. Like, it is worrying, but I think that they're always going to have that really strong first party support. Like, I think that's why Nintendo really will never go away, because they just have good games, unique games. Like, no other console looks like a Mario type game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just, March 3rd, I was like, geez, that's 2 years. Yeah. I haven't seen anyone like that around here in a while, so that was kind of weird. But we killed him. Got the hammer out. But yeah, this year is pretty exciting. And then, like, it's kind of exciting, you know, to see what direction they'll go in. Like, if future consoles are going to have this, you know, handheld home console thing. Oh, yeah, definitely. I think it starts with first-party titles. And, you know, the Xbox is, like, living proof of that, because they have great third-party support. Any game can run on an Xbox. Like, Xbox is probably the most impressive system going forward. I think that they're going to, you know, pass Sony in terms of, like, specs and stuff like that. But, like, first-party, man. And the fact that they're now letting Switch users do the whole Xbox Live thing, it's like, or Game Pass or something like that. It's like, damn, like, why buy an Xbox at this point? But I was living the Xbox life for a while. I had so many games. Jeez. Back when I went all digital. But yeah, definitely. It starts with first party, like, no doubt. No doubt. And really, I mean, the indie scene alone is just so popular right now. And when you think of indie games, like, most people think they just release on the Switch, or releasing on the Switch, that's the first release ever. But most of these indie games are kind of older, like year or two. Roaches and Nintendo, yes. It's funny though, man. For a while I was worried, because, you know, you started seeing, like, Photoshop pictures of, like, Mario on, you know, PlayStation boxes and stuff like that. And it was, like, all doom and gloom, but they fixed the problem fast, man. They were like, listen, this console is not doing it for us. They came back, released another one mid-generation, which has never happened before, besides, like, their other, like, 3DS types things, but yeah, I mean, let me ask you this. Like, do you mostly play in handheld? Because I feel like very selective games I play in handheld. Like, pretty much none. Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon's good handheld. But I tend to play, like, I feel like I play more indie games, like more of the pixel art games, stuff like that, handheld, where it's like the bigger, you know, games with big environments and stuff I'm playing, like, on the TV. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way. But yeah, like a game like Breath of the Wild, when I see someone playing that handheld, I'm just like, oh. You're not getting the full game, man. Because the draw distance on that game isn't that bad. I just feel like maybe Nintendo should start going to these companies, or maybe they should even hire Panic Button to like be the one who has the final say on these ports. Because some of these ports, man, it's just like this is a new game. This is a new generation game. But yeah, I'm super excited for Yoshi, even though I feel like Woolly World is looks a little better. Skyrim handheld. Yeah, I feel like that's not as bad because you're in first person. Like, you're seeing a lot more of the world and stuff like that. But Zelda, yeah, I have a hard time playing that. Mario, I've played handheld, but I don't know. I just prefer looking at a big screen, so 50-50. I mean, yeah, I've played like Fortnite with people that are playing it handheld. I'm just like, how? Like, that game already performs bad. Like, handheld must be, ugh. But yeah, it definitely depends on the game. I've always liked racing games handheld too, so. But yeah, if you guys tune in, I was thinking of making a video about this, but I mean, PMP is coming out on Tuesday anyway. There's going to be a lot of changes with PMP that we announce in the next episode. And for those of you who don't know, that's the podcast that I do every Tuesday. But it's exciting. It'll be exciting. But yeah. I think I'm going to end it there, guys. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Switch turning 2. So far, so good. I'm definitely excited for the future of it. And, you know, this year we have a lot of stuff coming out, so time will tell. I don't think it's the greatest of all time yet, but it's definitely set up to be really good. So let me know what you guys think in the comments if you're watching this after the live stream, because this will be posted as a separate video. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for coming out. Robert, thank you for coming. Dude, CB, just getting here. What's up, man? Blood Craver, JD, JB, Bank, and Zabi, thank you so much for coming out. Guys, I will see you later this week with a brand new video. Peace out.